Morning. Right, Wednesday, reading, practice apply, let's go to the moon. So, again, like Monday, slightly different meta, mate. We've got judge proof here, so it's more true or false and give me a reason why. I agree, disagree, why. So it's inference, because you've still got to, say, because it says this, okay? So it's just a slight difference in the style of the question, but how you answer it is very similar to dot deduction. So let's have a look. Let's go to the moon. It's all on one page. It's on the next page. It's purposely a big chunk of text because we need to experience those different things. Some texts are nicely presented, spread out. Some are, boom, big paragraphs, got to read it. And sometimes, not that we do, obviously we don't just do these skills for tests, this is skills for reading so you can enjoy what you read. But, some people who don't like children make reading texts look ominous and horrible to try and read and hard. And actually, it's not. Biggest trick we've said before in class, just get a piece of paper and cover it up and just read a bit at a time. Then it suddenly doesn't look like a big bit of writing. Anyway, first one, let's go to the moon. It is significantly hotter on the moon than Earth. True or false? And I've put a Y in there just to say, don't forget to tell me why. So, significantly hotter on... Is it on the moon than Earth or the Earth than the moon? Hotter on the moon than Earth. So, I'm skim reading and I'm instantly seeing Celsius and zeros and numbers. My eye has been taken straight to that. So I'm going to read this bit. There's no air on the moon. The temperature varies from 387 degrees Fahrenheit below zero, minus 230, to above, so 123. Now, I would say that would mean the moon is significantly hotter than the Earth. Yes, it goes very cold at night, but it also goes a lot warmer on the surface in the day. So you could argue, yes, the moon is hotter than the Earth. The evidence is there. Why? Because it goes to up to 123 degrees Celsius in the day. There you go. The last time a human walked on the moon was 1969. That very famous moon landing. True or false, and why? First line, look. First few words. No human has walked on the moon since the Apollo 17 mission in December 1972. So, false. The last manned mission walking on the moon was 1972. So that one is false. Find evidence that backs up a lot of power will be needed to live on the moon. So this doesn't necessarily mean find and retrieve this sentence. It says find evidence that backs up. Because this could be an opinion, and you've got to prove the opinion to be plausible. So, what is it? A lot of power will be needed to live on the moon. Well, we know that that's about Apollo missions. That's about temperature, so we don't need that bit. Moon habitat for humans. It might be around there. Very tough, very sturdy, airtight, so it can be pumped up, breathable air without exploding and leaking. How does that be cool during the moon day? What I'm doing is I'm skim reading this. We need water, recycle system, power generation system, food. Oh, wow. The fact that it will need to be cooled during the day, heated during the night, a water recycling system, power generating system, food storage and preparation facilities, along with getting there, I'm gonna deduce that's going to require a lot of power to maintain that. You're gonna have a constant sort of heating and cooling system. So that's going to be a lot of power. So I would say this and this prove that a lot of power will be needed. Okay, just pick out 2 or 3 things from the text. The other orange one, find 3 pieces of evidence that backs up there are a lot of dangers to this mission. Now they are festooned across this. You can find I'm not going to go through these ones because there's loads. It could be the temperature. It could be there's no protection from the sun. There's harsh radiation. It could be to do with the assembling things when you arrive. It's not that you just don't get there and sit down and have a cup of tea. You're out there building, festooned with dangerous things. Blue ones, I'll do that one last. An airlock door sucks air from the room. True or false, and why? Now, I gave you this one because even I had to read the airlock door bit about 3 or 4 times, and I understand what an airlock door is. So, if you go down here, must have an airlock. Looks like I'm going to have to read this bit. So remember, the question was, or the statement, an airlock door sucks air from a room. It's a small room between the door to the outside and the door to the inside. So you're in here, and you've got a door to the inside and a door to the outside world. So this is the airlock. Both doors must be closed tight for no air to leak. Before the astronaut opens the outside door, the inside door must be closed. Okay, so at some point, both doors have to be closed because you can't just open both doors. You'll get sucked out into space. The astronaut enters the airlock and closes the door. Then the airlock is pumped full of air. Only then can you... It's pumped full of air, not sucked of air. Which makes sense. If you're going into that room ready to go out into space, why on earth is it going to be sucked of air? It's going to be pumped full of air so that when you open the door, you can step into your house, your shuttle. So it's false. Air is pumped into the room. And the last one is simply create your own true or false statement. So have a go with that one. Hope you found that okay. The airlock door one is a tricky one. I think that there's a requirement that you actually have to understand that, but the text helps you explain it. And that's where we're going now with our Year 5 and Year 6, looking into Year 6 reading. That, it's sometimes it's not just retrieval now. You actually do have to learn about something in the text and then show that you understand it. Okay? But brilliant. Fantastic. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you did well.